Okay, so I forgot to plug in the microphone all the way here. Tony and I are headed up to Green Bay to pick up a Nighthawk 700S being offered for sale by the original owner. The Nighthawk is, of course, a very special machine. Certainly have a lot of good things going for them with a shaft drive, hydraulic clutch, 6-speed transmission. They definitely have an 80s style to them, but they are certainly collectible, and this is certainly a good opportunity for us to pick up a good project bike. Okay, let's take a better look now that we have it in the shop, warmed up a little bit. Side covers there. We need a seat cover, of course. A really good looking tank there. The exhaust pipes, there's a little bit of a scuff on that end of that one, but that's not the big a deal really. It'll still function just fine. The front brakes are a little bit sticky. Might have something to do with it being 25 degrees Fahrenheit outside. We need some turn signals. The rubbers always tend to break on these 80s style bikes. 9,800 miles. I want to make sure that we have crank and spark right away. Okay, before we try and crank it over, I want to pull the spark plugs out. If there's any fuel or oil buildup, any kind of debris on top of the piston, it's going to try to compress that fluid or debris. And if there's enough of it there, it can actually bend connecting rods and things like that. So in order to alleviate that potential, we'll just remove all the spark plugs and then try to crank it, see what we have. Okay, there's what we have for spark plugs. Okay, place your bets. Is it going to crank when we give it a shot? Hey, hey. We've got lights. Cool. Yeah, we have crank. Yeah, we definitely have spark there, so right on. Maybe a little bit of a raspy sound with the starter clutch, but it's probably because old oil and it was just outside. Like I said, about 20-25 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Okay, so we have all of our lights on there. Let's see, low beam, nothing. No low beam, but we have high beam. Might just be a bulb or a connection there. No turn signals. Very cool experience being able to pick up this bike today from the original owner. A very cool guy, really awesome being able to hear some of his stories surrounding this machine. Apparently in 1985 he was roughly 20 years old. It helped him impress the girlfriend he had at the time. They ended up getting married, having children, and his lifestyle kind of transitioned away from riding. So he's owned the machine for that many years. Apparently the first year he put about 5,000 miles on it. So with 10,000 on it now, you kind of get an idea of how long this bike has been off the road. We have crank, we have spark. Obviously we'll need to address things like the hydraulic clutch, brakes, tires, battery, spark plugs, oil change, carburetor cleaning, address the petcock, a seat cover. Quite a list of things to do certainly, but I haven't found anything condemning about this bike yet. It seems like there's good compression with the engine. It certainly cranks over nicely. With this low mileage, you'd like to think that there aren't any major problems going on with it, but it'll be really exciting to work with it nonetheless. In any case, I'm Miles. You're extraordinary. We'll see you next time.
This video is sponsored by the Flying Police Officer.